When you're trying to sell your own car, always know someone's trying to get you. And I know some of you guys hate dealers, but I hate customers. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna be honest. I used to work in the car business. I see both sides to the story. And when you're dealing with people, always remember, buyers are liars. But yeah, how is the dually going? So I put it up for sale last month, at the end of the month. And so far, I've had a few people reach out. A couple people from my channel were interested in it. One guy has a truck on order. I can't remember your name and I apologize. But yeah, you said that you have a High Country ordered and you're kind of looking at my truck and your order because you don't know when it's gonna get in. But that's the issue I'm having with this LTZ. Because it doesn't have like a lot of the nice features on it, which is why I always buy high trim levels, because I feel like I always have a better shot at selling it, especially at this price point. Like when you're looking at 80 grand, 90,000, $100,000 trucks, most people want those, you know, top trims with all the options that you would expect. So yeah, the biggest thing that people want that this truck doesn't have is the 360 camera, which I do understand. I do like that too. And some people like the center console, which I respect, but I do personally like the 6 passenger because like I've said in other videos, I like the fact that my wife can sit next to me. But I almost got scammed by this guy. So he was the first guy to reach out to me. I'm gonna show you guys some of the emails that he sent me. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, I already knew. As soon as I started responding to this guy, I already kind of knew he was a scammer. I'm not gonna say that he was trying to scam me, but he was very suspect. And I didn't like that. But let's go ahead and talk about the emails that he sent. Well, actually, he sent me a message through AutoTrader, because I have my truck listed on AutoTrader and KSL. And he basically told me, well, here, I'll just show it to you. Let's go ahead and hop over to the computer. So I just kind of snipped out this from AutoTrader because I didn't want to show you guys other information in here. Now, it's so funny that this actually popped up, protect against fraud. So this is what they show you and what to look for. So the guy sent me an email around 2:35 a.m. That's always a red flag for me because I understand that people can live in different time zones, or people can just be up late, or people work at odd hours and they are online shopping, whatever. So that was something I looked at right there was, okay, he's messaging me at 2:35 a.m. So he asks any known accident report, which I can tell that he doesn't speak English, no disrespect. I would like you to reply to me at this email. I don't check the AutoTrader relay mails. Normally I wouldn't respond to those types of messages because I'm not trying to be racist. The broken English thing for me, like, that's a red flag for me because you're replying to me at 2:35 a.m. I mean, again, I'm not trying, I know people work late, I know people are up late. Sometimes I can't sleep and I'm online doing research. But the broken English, and then, hey, can you email me because I don't check the messages on AutoTrader? Like, what's the difference between your email and AutoTrader? Because if I reply to you, your email will show that I replied to you off of the AutoTrader. So you would see, again, it's just, it is what it is. So I decided, I said, you know what? I'll give this guy the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to judge someone based off of this one message. So I decided to respond to him through his email. And let's go read what he put. This was my response back to him. I responded later that day because I read it early in the morning, but I didn't have time to respond to him. So I says, hey, thanks for the inquiry. The truck has never been in any accidents. And I just basically said the truck lives in our garage. I sent him a picture. I wanted to be as transparent as I could. That way he knows this is real. I'm not playing any games, whatever. And I was hoping he would give me the same respect. Now, with that type of response, it's time to get down to business. And that's what he did. I will give that to him. He wanted to get down to business, but he asked the weirdest questions, which I'll show you. Now, normally when someone's buying a truck purchases have a lot of talking in them. It's not the same as buying a car. Truck purchases are just more complicated because obviously guys are asking questions about towing capacity. Sometimes, you know, some guys like to talk about the trailer they're about to get. And, you know, again, I like to talk about these things because these things are exciting for me too. And I like to hear other people's feedback and what they're planning on doing, whatever. But this guy, he didn't ask any questions about the truck. Like, hey, is it financed? Or is it paid off? Whatever. He just kind of basically just started asking me weird questions. So let's go ahead and read what he said. He responded a few hours later that night, basically, and he says, "Hi, I appreciate your response and hope we will have a successful transaction. I'm interested and I want to buy it. But my situation, here's the red flag right here. There's always a situation that makes things hard. But my situation now is that I have a busy and tight work schedule." Really, you have a busy and tight work schedule. Oh, I feel bad for you, which makes it practically impossible for me at the moment to come for an inspection. However, I have decided to buy it based on the details and features stated online. For further confirmation from you, are there any details or mechanical issues that are not included in the ad? Does it have a clean title? Which are good questions. And obviously, me responding back to him would be me clarifying that there's nothing wrong with the truck, which there's nothing wrong with the truck. It's a brand new truck. And even if there was any mechanical issues, it's still covered under the factory warranty. I intend to issue a bank certified check, which I don't like these. Just wire me the money and send it to you. And I'll arrange for pickup after you have fully received the payment, which again, I've gotten scammed before where someone wrote me a check out of a business account and it was fraud. I would need the following information from you in order to send the payment. This is where I pretty much ended it. I need your name, your full address, city, state, and zip, your last asking price. Please provide your cell phone number. The payment will be mailed overnight to you as soon as I get the requested info. Lastly, I urge you to delete the ad and consider it sold to me. And I'm willing to pay an extra $200 for holding it for me. Thanks. There's no mention of a purchase order. There's no mention of like any type of documentation that would otherwise deem it sold. So for me to give my address out to someone I do not know, I don't have your driver's license. I don't know who you are. You just have an email. And by the way, hold on. Let me show you guys something else. Hold on. You see right there? His email is different. As soon as I saw that email, I pretty much stopped, communication. I was like, this guy's obviously a scammer. He's an idiot. And what these guys try to do is they'll find a way to get a check from a business, because it happened to me in the past, and they'll make a counterfeit check in the amount that you want, and they'll have you go cash the check at the bank. Now, you can go through the ATM, put it in, and it will pretty much hold that check for you, right? Now, once you tell them, the scammer, that you've already cashed a check, they're on a time scale to get your truck now, because they know they only have a short window to get it. Because once the bank finds out that that's a fraudulent check, your truck will be long gone. So that's the goal there. So once they know that check is cashed, they're looking for your truck now. So with that being said, for me, it's just not worth it. So that's why I'm going to continue to leave it up there for sale, but I'm probably going to wind up trading it in next year. I mean, it's potentially an $80,000 truck at a dealership. And if I buy something that's $50,000, well, I can get that tax credit, so I don't have to pay taxes on the car at all. Because we're still looking for some cars for Turo, so I have some options. So I'm not really in a position where I have to sell this truck, because I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's a nice truck, but it's a very, very, very specific truck for a specific buyer. And it's really for someone who needs a bench up front, who doesn't really want a lot of bells and whistles. But if you're someone who wants a lot of bells and whistles, then my market really does go like a lot lower for that type of build. And I kind of wish I would have waited for a high country, because I knew I wasn't going to get my Ford truck this year. And I should have just asked the dealer, hey, do you have a high country coming in? Because it would have been better to build that type of setup on a high country, because I think it would have already been sold by now. But be careful when you're doing transactions online. I don't want to make this video too long. If you would like to purchase a truck, let me know. I definitely will give anyone on my channel a deal. I didn't really say that earlier, but yeah, it's a nice truck. It's in great condition, and as you guys saw, there's really nothing the truck can't do with the way it's set up. I mean, it can tow up to its maximum if you needed to do that. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon.